22 April 2025, New York session market movement, analysis video. So before this specific 22 Tuesday, April 2025, the last 3 days I want to specify the trend. The day before this Tuesday, we had a bearish close. The day before that, a bullish close. The day before that, a bearish close. So bearish, bullish, bearish, and then this Tuesday was a bullish close. And New York session opened up bullishly and closed bullishly. New York's London session opened up bearishly and did close. It didn't close bearishly, but during the time it was trading alone, it did trade bearishly, but towards the close, it's bullish. In terms of volume during New York session alone, we see 220, 215, 220 pips ish in terms of volume. 1.2%, and then we'll see around 56 towards 56 56 pips a volume for London when London was trading alone. And then I want to speak about the times in which the market traded most liquidity from, and the first and the times in which the market traded least liquidity from. So the first taker is going to be 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. throughout this day, we saw the fastest move and the most pips with the least amount of time. So in 55 minutes, 279 pips to the downside, 7 p.m. until 5 minutes to 8. And then at 3:30, around 35 minutes past 3, for the next around like 1 hour 35 minutes, 283 pips to the upside. That is one of the times where the market was liquid, so it's in between 3:30 and before 10 minutes past 5. And then from 20 minutes to 6 until 25 minutes past 6 and 45 minutes, 234 pips. And that takes the second most liquidest time for the specific trading day. And the least liquidest time, say it was between 3 p.m. and 3:30, and also the last 45 minutes towards the session close. So after 15 minutes past 10, towards the session close, we see 27 pips the last 30 minutes of the session. And any ranging, there wasn't any strong ranging, but the market did produce a consistent support level between time 5 minutes. In fact, between 8 p.m. and 9:30, there was a consistent support level, and also between 10 minutes to 9 and 10 p.m. there was a consistent selling level. So where did the market respond liquidity from? So we'll start with one of the first moves, which happened at 2:30 after a very low liquidity start. So a low liquidity start, that is just around 40 pips. And then the market trades above the London opening price a little bit, a pullback there to that London opening price. Put back to that London opening price, the market trades close to nothing against the idea before totally traveling 422 pips in 3 hours and 40 minutes to the upside, totally available from that specific move. And at 3:30, there is a pullback from the Tokyo high of the session. So the high of the day, there is a respect, and that respect sees selling towards the Tokyo closing price. So a respect of Tokyo's closing price, a confirmation candlestick, an immediate engulf confirmation candlestick, and the market moves close to nothing against the idea, not more than 10 pips, and then traveling an available 374 pips in 2 hours and 45 minutes to the upside. Now, the next profitable outcome comes in, we see that the market did pause at 10 minutes past 4, but and there is a pullback. So if I was to properly check where this pullback is towards, quickly. So there is a pullback to today to yesterday's out of session low. So the day before is out of session low. There is a pullback to that price, and also the day before, 2 days before New York session low, there is a pullback at 20 minutes past 4. So those are extremely far off old levels. Pull back to that level, a respect of that low, that specific session trading. So a respect of that lows of the session specific trading. Market travels a mix of like 41, 44 pips to the downside before contributing itself 29 pips in 12 and 5 minutes to the upside. So the story is to the upside, and while the market is moving to the upside, within these specific significant price levels, she's collecting buying orders, more buying orders, collecting selling orders, and then buying orders overcoming the price point. We see that at yesterday's opening price of the day, there was an attempt at 5, 5+5, but the market plunged below that attempt. It plunged below that attempt, and then there is a proper retracement at 15 minutes to 6, and at 15 minutes to 6, what was price trading at? So price is trading at the day before's Tokyo opening price. The day before Tokyo opening price, there is a little fake out, then a bit of a respect, and the market trades close to nothing against the idea before contributing a straight 213 pips in 35 minutes, another liquidity time, and the market eventually does a stop or pause at 25 minutes past 6, and that stop or pause is occurring at 25 minutes past 6. Yeah, these levels are very far off, but it is occurring at Thursday. So 2 days ago, 2 days ago, Tokyo closing price. 2 days ago, Tokyo closing price. The market at 25 minutes past 6 has seen a respect of that price level in terms of description. Market trades after confirmation bearishness 14 pips against that idea before traveling a total available 294 pips in 1 hour 15 minutes, which actually is the most we saw in one direction bearishly. So another price point that was slightly significant, you'd say that the Tokyo closing price, the London closing price, so the market plunged past that price point. So yeah, the market plunged past that price point before seeing buying come in later on at 10 minutes to 10 minutes to 8. 10 minutes to 8, the market is trading at this price point, which is best described as the day before's London high, near the day before's London high, or that Thursday before Good Friday, 2 days ago's New York session low. 2 days ago's New York session low turns out to be a good respect level, which contributed to 2 moves to the upside. The first move would be that one. Market move nothing against that idea before traveling a total 128 pips in 50 minutes. the first move happened there, but it would be like close out. So to stay in that move, if when the market had first respected the price point, then it would cost 56 pips to stay in the move. Right? And then the next move, yeah, the market just closed to moves nothing against the idea, but it closed 78 pips to the upside to respect that Thursday New York session low and old New York session low, and then moves 112-ish pips, 112-ish pips to the upside, 111 pips to the upside. And at 10 p.m., latest 15 minutes past 7, past 10, the market then is quiet. That is the price point that resulted in one of the most liquidity moves that is most recent is Tokyo's closing price. It is also it is Tokyo's closing price with a specific date is London's opening price. And I think let's leave it like that. So most available buying for the specific session comes 475 pips in 4 hours and 30 minutes to the upside, and it could be capitalized on from Tokyo's closing price, from London's opening price. Two positions could be added on in that direction. And then the most available selling is 300 pips in 1 hour 30 minutes at 25 minutes past 6, resulting from a 2 days ago's New York session low. And that's it for the video. Total price change from session open is 1.86%, 332 pips.